Hey everyone, Lori Marie here. It is Woo Wednesday. So I wanted to hop on quick and share with you and remind you that you have the keys to your kingdom, your queendom, whatever kind of dumb you want. You are the boss. What I'm trying to tell you is that everything you are questioning, all the answers you are wanting lie within. How do you access these? Through your intuition. So if you do not have some sort of practice where you connect to yourself, where you check in with yourself, where you are checking in with your guidance and your spirit guides and your team, like, please do so. And if you want to know more about how to do that, let me know and I'll definitely create some videos around that. But your intuition is the key to everything you're desiring, everything you're wanting, everything you're needing answers to. And then the biggest challenge in that is trusting the guidance you're given. There are so many times when I am being asked to do things and I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you really sure? Like, you want me to do that? You want me to talk about that right now in the situation I'm in, right? Things like that happen all the time. But it's important to listen and to trust it and to take action on it, right? It's like connecting to ourselves, connecting to our intuition is the feminine. It's allowing and receiving, right? It's the hardest part. But if you can do it and you do it over time and you practice, you will see that it is the answer, you know? But the problem is our brains, our minds get in the way. We let our heads do the thinking instead of our hearts. And so it's so important to check in with yourself on a daily basis. There's so many different ways you can connect. I love variety. Variety is the spice of life, right? So like there are so many different ways that I connect. One, I connect just like intuitively. I know that I can, I receive messages in different ways. And so sometimes I just like ask a question and I will get an answer, right? There's also auto writing, there's pendulum work, there's, meditation, there's taking a walk, there's like walking meditations, taking a walk in nature, there's oracle card, there's so many different ways you can connect to spirit, and there's so many ways that spirit's trying to connect with us. And so we have to give ourselves that time to do that. So the more you can do that, and the more you do it on a regular basis at, same time, same place, same channel, like you're gonna start to, at least at first, I think it's important to start a practice. Now I've been doing it long enough and I have been in it long enough that there are, like I said, I connect in many different ways all throughout the day. So, but I think when you're first starting out, learning about your intuition and learning to trust it, I think it's important to have like a practice where maybe you sit down every day at this particular time and, sit in meditation or journal or whatever you want to try, right? And be willing to explore. But like when you can connect to yourself and your intuition, you can get clarity on what your next step is. Because here's the thing, this is not about, entrepreneurship is not about like having it all together, having all the answers together, and then you're just good and you're done and you go on with life and business is amazing and whatever, right? No, it doesn't work that way. I've used this analogy before and I love it because I think it's so relevant. It's like we get these little puzzle pieces, right? It's like we get one puzzle piece and we look at it and we're like, who the hell stole the box? I want to know what the whole box looks like. What am I supposed to do with this, right? But your job is just to lay that piece down, take that first step, and then guess what? You'll get another puzzle piece, and then eventually you start putting the corners together, right, and the edges, and you're like, okay, I kind of see what's happening here. And over time, the more you do that, the more you're going to be able to start to see the bigger picture. And then eventually it's like, oh, that's what that puzzle looks like, right? But it doesn't happen. We don't just get to see the whole puzzle, right? We don't get to see what the big picture looks like. So our job is to just take those little nuggets, take those little insights and put them in place and start. And then when you take one step forward, they will give you another step and another. It's like the stairs are being built as you walk them. The path is being lit as you walk forward. It's kind of like another, I think, great analogy is thinking that's kind of, I'm seeing is like if you were, you know, trying to find your way in the fog, right? You don't have a clue as to where you are, what's around you, but like, you know, you got to keep going forward. It's like the more you step forward, the more that road, that path will appear. So your only job is to check in with yourself and check in with your guidance and take that next step, because everything you need is within you. And I completely believe that. I believe whether you have support or mentorship or whatnot, you are whole and complete and you will figure it out and you will find a way. Now, having mentorship, having support obviously helps get you closer to where you want to be faster, for sure, because you know, you can't always see it because you're in it, right? You're in the forest, you can't see the trees, you're in the fog, you can't see where the freaking road is, right? But I know that either way, you're gonna get to go where you want to go. So learn to connect to it, learn to trust it, and just take those steps one at a time. And allow yourself to be where you are. And what I mean by that is do not make yourself wrong for where you are on your path. If you were meant to be further along, you would be. Like if you were meant to be somewhere other than where you are, you would be. So like, just relax and be like, I did a good job to get here, right? And then keep taking those steps forward. That's your Woo Wednesday. So, I hope you're all surviving the heat and Lionsgate. And for those of you who don't know what Lionsgate is, Google it. It's a great time, a lot of energy, a lot of things going on, and a lot of things falling away. Great time to let go of things. So, check in with that. Just Google it. All right, happy Woo Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. If you haven't jumped into the challenge, do so now. Right now. Maybe not right now. It may be bedtime where you are, but tomorrow, okay? Jump into the challenge. Get that content done. Get it. And we'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Love you, brave babes.